What's up, YouTube? It's J.noise here. I've been thinking that it's time to start doing some activism. It's not good enough to just be in the garden all the time, and so I wanted to include it on this channel that I'm starting. And so I want to do my part. I live in Montana State, and right now we're going to have a unique election. It's a interim election because Ryan Zinke was one of our senators, and Trump hired him on to a position which left us with no senator to fill that spot. So we're going to have an election. There's a gentleman by the name of Rob Quist running for the Democratic Party, and I have called probably 4 times to get a statement on cannabis from them. And they told me they believed in medical marijuana. I'm a medical patient. I more than believe in medical marijuana. However, I'm ready for recreational. The world's ready for recreational. I had cited a Gallup poll and a Pew Research poll. One was like at 57% popularity. One was at 60% popularity. And these politicians love to jump in front of a parade and pretend like everybody's following them. So I'm thinking this is a great parade for them to jump in front of. And maybe they could do, something to help out with cannabis, because everybody wants it except for the pharmaceutical industry and their donors. And so I'm thinking this might be something that they could jump on. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get a hold of them again and see if I can't get an answer out of them, because I haven't got a satisfactory response yet. So actually, I haven't got a response yet. So let's see here.
Hello, you've reached the Montana Democratic Party. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now. If you have any questions about the special election or the special nominating convention, please dial 126 to speak with Nick Lockridge. To speak with Trent Bolger, the finance director, dial 1.
Let's see if that works.
The person you are calling is unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone.
All right, we're going to try that again because I didn't want to leave a message. Messages never seem to help. You need to talk to somebody in person. I've sent emails before, and you just get a lovely response back. Like when Jeff Sessions was to be confirmed, and I knew he was trying to go after the cannabis industry, and I called and I, told my local representatives, like, do not confirm him. Don't confirm him. And all I got back was letters in the mail saying, how wonderful it is to communicate with you. We're going to confirm him. So we're not going to do that anymore. I want to speak to somebody on the phone. And for all I know, Rob Quist could totally be for cannabis. However, they're avoiding telling me that. So it's time as a constituent to hold their feet to the fire. We're grown adults. We deserve our cannabis. This is out of control that it's went this long. It should have happened so long ago. Wish we could just get in front of them to talk, right? I mean, they don't have a leg to stand on, and the science doesn't support anything they think. But unfortunately... Yes, I was looking to speak to somebody that represents Rob Quist or him personally to get a response on his stance on cannabis. We have an election coming up here pretty quick, and I've left about 4 messages, but nobody will call me back, and I will never vote for a cannabis prohibitionist, so I'm needing a response on that.
Okay, let me transfer you to the Quist campaign here.
All right.
Hi, you've reached the Rob Quist campaign. If you have a question about a donation, you can go online to www.robquist4montana.
Well, leave another message.
Or you can send a check to Rob Quist for Montana at 303 North Ewing, EWING Street in Helena, Montana 59601. If you have a question about wanting to volunteer or a general inquiry for the campaign, please go ahead and leave a message and we'll get back to you shortly. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Montana, and I'm trying to get a response for Rob Quist or somebody from his team on his stance on cannabis. Not medical cannabis, but cannabis. I've left several messages, and I'm just unable to ever vote for another cannabis prohibitionist. We voted for medical marijuana in this state, and they took it from us. We had to fight to get dispensaries back in. So I just want to get a response. Grown adults that are very responsible are using this, and it's time for the prohibition to end. And so I just need to know if this is somebody who will help to stop that fight. Otherwise, I am unable to vote for him. Thank you. And I've already called this month and talked to, probably 4 other people. I'm calling about 3 times a month. So I'm staying, putting pressure on them. And it's time that we all do this. I've been silent because of the prohibition and fear of being arrested and all of that stuff. I've been silent for far too long. So I have started to be very, very vocal. I was recently diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And so I've been a cannabis advocate for long before that, but that does give me at least something to kind of hide behind if anybody wanted to try to be controversial about it. But it is not controversial, and if you're in a position to be able to speak up, please speak up and reach out to people. Thank you. So unfortunately, I had to leave just another message, and hopefully somebody gets back to me. I was hoping to do all this in one shot so I wouldn't have to do any editing except maybe bleeping out where I said my name and my phone number and stuff, but the first video I put up that still has a watermark on it. I hate that it had that, and I think it just downloaded in low quality. I still have everything with it, but I'm not really familiar with this video editing and stuff. But I'm thinking of making this like a weekly thing, and I'll just document it. And so, you could see that there is somebody out there that is putting their foot on the necks of these politicians and making them answer to it, because they have no leg to stand on. None of this makes any sense. The medical industry is seeing results with it. Like I said, I have multiple sclerosis, and I'm on some Facebook groups, and all I hear all day is people talking about cannabis and how it would work for them. And these people can't get help. They can't go to places and get oil and certain things. Like just for example, in the state of Montana that I'm in, they're not allowed to sell any oil right now. Now they're working on changing that, but it's just they have no leg to stand on, and everything has been the rug has been pulled out from under them, and they're still trying to hold on to like these reefer madness prohibition ideas that are so far outdated that like my mom doesn't think this shit, so let alone me. You know what I mean? So it's time to change some things. So I think I'm going to start documenting it, and so not just in the garden. I think I'm going to show some of my videos on lightweight activism. I'm not trying to pretend I'm a giant activist. This is all pretty new for me. Like I said, fear of prosecution has kept me quiet for far too long. But I do feel like I do have a voice to lend, and I do have a little bit of knowledge, and I'd love to debate somebody over this, but they just don't want to talk to you about it. So I think I'm just going to include this, start doing this weekly, and I hope you guys are doing the same in your states, and let's make the tide change. J.noise out.